Hey everyone, thanks for tuning to the channel Joe Rocks. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm not really here with a haul video or unboxing necessarily. It's just something that I wanted to touch on really quick. I haven't seen too many people talk about it. I've seen on social media a few people discuss it like quickly or whatever, so I'm not going to make this super long. I recently picked up the CD and vinyl of the Metallica tribute to their studio album, their debut studio album, Kill 'Em All. And it has covers, all the songs covered by other bands and stuff, and that's it. I actually got the CD early, and I got the vinyl when it was supposed to be released on Friday, November 21st, and I got the CD, or was it supposed to be? No, it was supposed to be released on the 21st. I thought maybe it was the 14th, but I did get the CD early, like I said. So, anyway, so I have listened to it. This is the vinyl. There, that's the track listing there. The Battle Vest, it just has all the patches of all the bands that did a cover. So let me get this open real quick. It's not a gatefold. This was put out by Silver Lining Music. I saw that it was coming out about a month ago. And it looked interesting. So, and then Testament does one of the songs on here. They use Seek and Destroy, and they put out a video. So that's really what piqued my interest. I think that was the first thing I saw. And then I saw a few things on social media about it. It was being released. So I actually got these through Amazon. So I don't believe it's colored vinyl. I think it's just standard black. So you can see that there. Got the wrapping. All right. Pictures of the bands. It's the songs on the first side, and then these are the songs on the second side. That's what it looks like. But oh no, maybe not. It's the songs in order, but it doesn't necessarily mean this is side one or side two. But let me get the vinyl out. Yeah, it's just standard black. So Silver Lining Music. Alright, so it's got covers from a band called Tail Gunner, who I have heard some of their songs. They had an album come out last year, I think, or 2 years ago. And they're from the UK. They're a British, traditional metal band, a little bit of speed metal. They have a new album coming out next year, actually, and I'm thinking about picking it up, because I liked what I heard off their first album. The Four Horsemen, done by a band, hard rock band called The Almighty. I don't know much about them. I read up a little bit on them. I guess they were around in the 90s and then broke up for a little while and then got back together. So they do the Four Horsemen. The band, kind of progressive metal band, melodic metal band, Soen. I believe they're from Sweden. I have a couple of their CDs, their last two albums. They did Motor Breath. Tigers of Pantang did Jump in the Fire. Dave Ellefson, former bassist of Megadeth, did Anesthesia, the Cliff Burton song or instrumental, and Motorhead does Whiplash, Saxon does Phantom Lord, Diamond Head does No Remorse, Testament Seek and Destroy, and then Raven, who Metallica toured with in their early days, did Metal Militia to close out the album. So that is the track listing. Let me just make sure there's nothing else extra in here. Cool. And here's the CD. The back. Opens up like that. There's all the logos and stuff of the bands. And that's an intro to it. And then, it goes through. Every band has a quote for each song. just a small quote talking about the song really quickly. So yeah, it goes through every band. So I have listened to this. I would say the songs are pretty faithful to the originals. The Tail Gunner song was really good, really fast. Hit the lights. The Four Horsemen, they actually cut a small part out of that song, like the middle part, the slow part of the Four Horsemen. It's a good cover, but they cut it down maybe because I think the original was just over 7 minutes, and they cut it down about a minute and a half or a minute and 45 seconds maybe. Um, Dave Ellefson does the Anesthesia, the instrumental, and he does that for the most part pretty faithful, but he adds a small part of Orion in there, and it sounds pretty good, actually. I know Motorhead did this cover before, maybe 10 years ago, and I think they put it out on a covers album. I don't own it, but I've seen it. I think Saxon might have done this previously also, Phantom Lord, because they have their old guitarist Paul Quinn still in the liner notes in here as far as who played on the songs. And the same thing with Diamond Head. Brian Tatler is still is listed on playing on No Remorse with Diamond Head. So I'm assuming those songs were probably recorded a while ago. So, well, particularly Motorhead, because obviously that was before Lemmy passed away. But like all the songs are good. Like I said, they're for the most part they're pretty faithful to the original, and I think it was a fun listen. That's my opinion. So Metal Militia, Raven did a really good job on that too, and I did enjoy the Testament Seek and Destroy cover a lot. So one thing about this album, I know Metallica's importance to the metal scene and how they kind of changed things, and they were kind of the beginning of extreme metal, even though, when you think of extreme metal, you think of the stuff like today, like black metal, but they were kind of the beginning. Thrash didn't exist really. There was a kind of speedier metal, but nothing like thrash until, them or Exodus or Slayer. Megadeth had come out. So anyway, this was a fun listen. I'm glad I picked it up. But one thing about this album too, I was gonna say, was that I haven't never been the hugest fan of Motor Breath. It's okay. I don't hate it, but I think I love really the rest of the album probably more than that one song. But it's okay. It's not bad. But sometimes you can't always like everything. So anyway, that's the No Life Till Leather. A tribute to Metallica's Kill 'Em All, the vinyl and the CD. So if anybody's heard this, let me know what you think. Like I said, it was a fun listen. So that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.